in the classroom because they help my students express themselves through technological means, and it's a great tool for me to connect with them also.
Homework that teachers give me, because I can use Safari and stuff to Google it, and I can make the presentations and things on my iPad, which is much better than doing it in a homework book.
What? Do you have any maths ones?
Yeah.
And what are they called?
Counting ladybirds.
And what do you do on that game?
You have to put the dots on them, then you press OK. I play Word Wizard on my iPad, and I play ladybirds and
So we use iPads in our classroom, and they work because we use them as a reward. So once the students have finished their work and they've completed it, they can have some free time on there. Or we also use it for their literacy and numeracy with apps like the Hungry Caterpillar, or looking at the stories that we're doing in class like Dear Zoo.
I like using my iPad at school because it helps with like getting on Google Drive, and using the iPad's easier than using a computer.
My learning by letting me look at web searches through the internet, because if I just go on books, I'd have to read all these texts and they'll be really thick like that thick. So instead, I can use the iPad to look in Google and search up answers really quickly.
It's really helped with us because we have a new website, as you know, and so every week you can clock on or log on to our website and you can have a look at the food that we're making. And like you girls, for instance, who missed out today, you could go home, follow the recipe and read all the information that I've got and be able to do it at home. So I think it's really connected the home with school. And then next term when you guys do Wood Tech, you'll be able to still make these dishes and not worry about having lost them.
Yes, it is easy researching on the iPad, because when you don't have one, you have to look through books, and sometimes books don't know the answer.
How does iPads work at our school?
So a student will purchase an iPad separately, and they'll bring the iPad to the college. It will be their iPad. You can connect it using your iTunes account, do all that good stuff. We can, for you, enroll that iPad device here on the school internet. Okay, it just allows us to monitor how many iPads we have here in the college and whatnot. But in terms of restrictions and whatnot, we don't touch any of that. It's still your iPad, you own that iPad. That's pretty much how the iPads work here at the college. So you purchase the iPad, it's yours. You bring your own device here to the college, and we just connect it to the school Wi-Fi. What's that?
I like to use a mixture of both, but I'd like to be able to use that the app where you can have the whiteboard on the iPad, so you can actually do all the notes and everyone can watch it, or just using presentations. So otherwise you get a sore hand.
My class for reading, we use the books that are on the iPads that the students read and find words and letters that they know. We use Letter School to learn the letters that they know, and also another one where they can make words with the tiles, seeing as we're just learning the first 100 Oxford words. And we use it in numeracy for some really good apps for telling the time and learning their numbers, and counting apps, the one with the blue.
I teach over about 250 kids, so I use the iPad to take photos of you guys, put it into my role, so when I look up I can remember who the names are. It helps me with Compass, and also I teach a lot of art programs on it as well.
Yes, iPads are easy to use. I think that they help engage students and they make lessons really fun, and you can do some really great creating things with them.
I think iPads are a good idea because both students and teachers are able to find information immediately and current information that is appropriate for what they need to know at the time.
I use my iPads in class time for doing work such as like, we go have this app that's called Edmodo. My teacher puts all our work onto the app and we can click onto it and we work in our workbooks. We don't use our iPads for everything, more or less. It's just doing some parts that can't be done in the work.
My iPad helps with my learning because I can access apps which give worksheets and I can do things that you can't do with normal paper and pen.
My iPad is easy to use because I don't have to go through hundreds of textbooks to find the answer, and I can just use Google. I use my iPad mostly for getting maths work off Compass and making documentaries.
How do you use iPads in grade 2?
In grade 2, we use iPads in a number of ways. So we use iPads for reading, for writing, for mathematics and investigations. So in reading, our students use iPads to read. We've got an app called PME Collections. But we also use the iPads to publish our work. So the students do retells and make movies on their iPads, which is pretty exciting, pretty cool for students in grade 2. In writing, our students are using apps like Poplet to do planning, and they're also publishing their work, in particular using Adobe Voice and EduCreations. In mathematics, we use IXL. We also use EduCreations to make little movies to show me or their teachers how they complete equations or their understanding of particular topics. So this week we've been working on money and we're going into fractions, and so my students are making some movies about those topics. And then in investigations, our students use their iPads to take photos of the work, and also as the photographer and the reporter. There have been some times that the students have gone outside and they've filmed the clouds and taken images of the weather, and then they've come back inside and have done some weather reports.
iPads help my learning in 3 ways. The first one is it helps me research, so when I need to gain information, it's really easy. The second way is that it will help me present my work in an interesting way, because there are lots of different apps and programs you can use to present your work. And my third way it helps my learning is because my teacher, who shares information, booklets and worksheets and stuff onto our Google Drives and onto our iPads, so it makes it a lot easier.